Everybody go to breakfast.
Okay, just finished ordering my Chick-fil-A. It says it should be here in like 10 minutes or a little bit over, like 15. So I'm excited. Y'all, on Saturdays, I don't know what it is, but it's something about ordering that Chick-fil-A or just ordering food to have it delivered to the house. That's what makes me happy. I do not want to leave my house early in the morning on Saturdays. Like I said, it's not going to get here till 8:50. 8:50? Yeah. So it's super early in the morning. I don't want to leave my house yet. But I'm up this early because I was supposed to go to the passport office. I kid you not, I had the documents out and ready. Things were signed. I went to go look at like the photocopies of like your citizenship and your evidence of like identification and stuff like that. And I realized I left my birth certificate in Atlanta. Now, for the longest time, I thought I had, if not the original, I thought I had a copy of my birth certificate with me. So I checked the place where I thought I had the file and it's not there. And I was so mad because, y'all, I'm going on a cruise soon that requires my passport. I'm going maybe out the country soon and I needed a passport. So it's just like, I needed to get this done. And I was very excited to do it today. But now that I don't have the supporting documents, I had to schedule it for June, which I may actually do it while I'm in Atlanta because honestly, even on the paperwork, I have that my permanent address is there. So if I'm in Atlanta and my documents are all there, why not just do it there? But either way, I have an appointment here just in case I do my like passport stuff here. So that's why I'm up this early in the morning, disappointed because I really wanted to get this done. And then I'm hungry. So I was like, let me go ahead and eat. But yeah. I've realized my check-ins for my rotations all seem to be this weekend before I take my exam. So just know moving forward. So for my elective and for rotation 8, the last one, I'm just going to do a check-in the weekend before I take my exam because for some reason that's just the weekend I have the most time. The weekend I feel like recording myself. So I'm just going to do it then. I do have some schoolwork to do this weekend. I guess I should show you guys rather than try to explain it because it's going to be hella confusing. So let me grab my computer. Okay, so this is the system my school uses to log patients, right? So let's go to my case log totals, and I'm going to show you guys why I'm so upset at myself because I've gone through 6 rotations at this point, not knowing that I've been logging my patients completely wrong. So in case log totals, it'll give you like a summary of all the categories that they kind of, I guess, look at. So I've seen a total of 535 patients. This is, of course, over all my rotations. So if we scroll to the bottom here, this will show me all the like skills that I need to complete. So you'll see you have 2 times either assisted or performed. I needed to apply local anesthesia. Of course, I've done that like 8 times at this point. You had to auscultate fetal heart sounds. Of course, on my women's health rotation, I had to do that for almost every patient. So I have like 20 patients I've done that for. Either way, you see here how many you needed. And I've definitely met the standard for most things except for giving IM injections, which I still have internal medicine outpatient and I do have women's health again. So hopefully there'll be a reason for me to give a shot. Also, on Friday, there was someone who got the HIV protection shot, Apretude. I wish I had went in and seen that patient because I probably would have been able to do it, but I didn't think about that at the time. But that was an IM injection I could have done to get that last one because you need 5 assisted or performed. I have 4 performed so far. But that's not why I'm upset at myself because that is an easy fix. I still have 2 whole rotations to go on. This is why I'm mad. So for patient encounters, for acute care, you needed 200 encounters. Look where I'm at. I'm at 67. For chronic care, you need 200 encounters. I'm at 116. For preventative care, you needed 100 encounters. I'm at 24. You guys, let me go to this system and show you what I have been doing incredibly wrong this entire time. Okay, so this is my course syllabus for the family medicine rotation. They're all pretty similar for all the rotations I've done so far. This basic template is the same, but it may have a few different skills on them. But anyway, this is what I should have been looking at when I was logging patients. So I told you acute and chronic care, I needed 200 encounters. Emergent care, I only needed 50. So what I was doing on my rotations is every patient I saw, I logged it as emergent care if I was on my emergency medicine rotation. So I probably saw at least 65, 70 patients, and I logged them all as emergent care when I only needed to log 50 as emergent care. That would have gave me more space to put in some acute care, some chronic care, even some preventative care, because sometimes, people go to the emergency rooms for things that are not emergencies at all. Same with my behavioral medicine. I logged every patient I saw on that rotation as behavioral health and mental health when I only needed 30, and I saw way more than 30 patients. Again, OB-GYN, I logged all the prenatal mothers that came in as prenatal care. I only needed 3 encounters of this. That would have saved me so much time putting some of them who didn't come in and got a scan, or just like we're going through routine follow-up. It's kind of a chronic care situation because you're pregnant for 9 months, so that's more of a chronic care situation, or preventative care, which I still need so many encounters for. Now that I've realized I've been logging over 500 patients incorrectly, I now have to go through all 500 encounters to see if there's a way that I could relog or recode some of my patients to fit the qualifications. It just doesn't make sense. I have 535 patients, but I don't have 100 encounters of preventative care. That seems kind of odd. I don't have 200 encounters of acute care, and I've been through emergency medicine. I've been through some psychiatric breaks that were acute, we had to just stabilize them. So yeah, I have to go through and recode some of my patients. I'm just gonna keep a sticky of what's required for the section so I don't recode too many. But y'all, I have to go through 500 encounters. Now, I haven't been studying like I normally do. I really just haven't given it much attention. But I've been through so many rotations, and some of these conditions are just repeating themselves at this point that I feel like I'm still gonna do well in the exam. I don't know if I'm in the Lulu land or what, but I still feel like I'm gonna do well in the exam, so I'm not tripping on the fact I haven't studied as much as I normally do. I'm also getting a bit of senioritis, so I'm just tired of studying for tests. I'm so happy my elective is next, because for my school, when you're on your elective rotation, which mine is going to be women's health, I just have to write a paper, of course, about something related to women's health. And I've been having my topic in mind for a while now. So I'm just hoping there's enough evidence out there about it, because I do want to still write about this topic, which I'll reveal in my elective rotation update video. But yeah, I'm just like, oh my God. Mind you, the syllabus have been at our disposal since we started clinical year. I could have looked through any rotation syllabi to see what exactly I need to log for that rotation, specifically how many encounters I needed. I could have seen that a long time ago. I'm kind of mad at myself that I didn't think to look at that until my teacher sends me my totals, and he's like, feel free to recode some of your patients because you're really low on acute and chronic and preventative care. And I'm like, bro. So when I first turned you guys on, I was going to YouTube because 2 of my PA sisters posted videos on YouTube. These are my girls. I'm just rooting for them in the background. I'm not a big even though I do YouTube, I don't really go commenting on people's videos, and I do follow them both on Instagram, and I don't really post on their pictures. I'm just a silent supporter, but I'm definitely there. There's this one YouTube channel, her name is Sutra. She's also a very I don't want to say religious, but she is Christian, and that's a heavy forefront of her page. She's also getting married soon. She just passed the pants. She's still looking for a job, so I feel like watching her has made me look forward to that when I'm in that space. I moved back to Atlanta, I'm looking for work, I'm studying for the pants. Of course, I'm already married, but if me and my husband were about to get married, so I don't know, looking at her makes me see my near future, what it may look like. And then I also follow, what's her name? I literally watch all her videos. Oh, Peyton Fowler. So Peyton Fowler, she's been in family medicine. She's a family medicine PA. I think she's been working there since she graduated. She actually rotated there. So when people say you can get a job based off your rotations, that is not a lie. She actually rotated at her family medicine site and she got a job. A fun fact, one of the NPs I work with now, she rotated at the office that we're working at and she got a job. So not impossible. Just put your best foot forward. But she's been working there I almost want to say a year. I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong. It could be a few months, maybe 6 months, okay? But still, she shows me like that amount of stress and overwhelming and things I should do to keep myself grounded once I start a job, because there's going to be a steep learning curve. Even though I've been on 8 rotations, I've done an elective in women's health, and I think that may be where I want to go after school, there's still going to be a learning curve when it comes to seeing your own patients, coding your own encounters, working with insurances to get things covered. Like, there's still going to be a learning curve. And so watching her videos kind of prepares me for that moment when I get a job, and just how I should keep myself grounded and focused on me, and what to do in my spare time, things like that. So yeah, they both dropped YouTube videos yesterday, and so I tried to watch them before I went to bed, but I was so tired. So I'm finding my girl Sutra. I'm about to watch her video. Let's see what the near future may look like if I don't find a job soon. She's one of those people, like I said, she's Christian, and she really wants her job to make a heavy impact on the patients she sees. I don't know what specialty she's thinking about going into, but I do think it's cool that she wants to make sure her job is extremely impactful. So if I had a recommendation for you, girl, I would say go into oncology, because I feel like you literally would feel like you're changing those people's lives. So I would do that if I was you, boo. But yeah, guys, I'm waiting on my food. It should be here in 4 minutes. I should probably go downstairs, and I'll check in later.
On my cousin's actual books, and also working on stuff for my rebrand, and obviously applying for jobs.
You guys, I hate myself because I always get these and I never finish them, because inside the burrito you also have hash brown, and I almost always end up throwing some away. But yeah, I'm watching my girl Sutra. I feel personally attacked because she just mentioned she hates true crime podcasts. I literally listen to true crime podcasts on my way to and from work. Also, when I got home yesterday, I watched 2 true crime documentaries. And my husband says the same thing. He's like, it's something about people who watch true crime to relax. Like, there's a problem there. Like, if you can watch true crime and that, like, negative, dark, scary, like, stuff doesn't bother you, like, enough to go to sleep to it or, like, to relax to it, it's like, something's wrong with you. And so I agree, something must be definitely wrong with me, because I love true crime to the point where I just said recently, I would love to be a part of a true crime podcast. I know it's a lot of research involved, that it may not be something I do right now, but in the future, if I could like be a special guest or just like be a voice, just like an ad lib on the podcast and just say a couple things, like I would be so happy. My favorite podcast is Something Was Wrong. It used to be episodic where every episode would be different, but now she spends most of the season talking about one particular like event or one person, or like she spends her time on different things, but it's called Something Was Wrong. I used to listen to this podcast, which I recently started listening back to it. It's I know it has Britt and Ashley Flowers as the host. What is the name of that podcast? I literally just listened to them again on Friday, because Something Was Wrong, the season is over, so I was like, let me listen to them. Oh, Crime Junkie. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Crime Junkie has Britt and Ashley Flowers as the host, and of course they talk about all things true crime. Also, yesterday I tried to listen to this podcast called Betrayal, which is also about true crime, but I don't like the way she structures her, so I don't think I'll go back to it. But yeah, I also listened to The Deck, which is like a subset of the Crime Junkie podcast, but it's also about true crime. There's like a deck that comes out in each state of like cold cases, so they go through and try to solve them. But yeah, all my podcasts are pretty much true crime. I don't know if that's weird, if that's scary, if I have like a mental disorder. Like, why does true crime like fascinate me so much. I think it has to tie into why I like medicine so much. I like to know the why. I like to know, you know, how people got to where they are, even though sometimes I forget to ask important questions with my patients. But we'll skip that part. I do like to know why and how people got to where they are. Is it the way you've been eating? Is it a genetic factor? Have you ignored these signs for too long and you had it for decades and you just didn't pay attention to it until it starts screaming, hey, there's a problem in my body? Are you not adhering to your medications? Like, I guess I always want to think there's a logical reason for why these things happen. Because some people just say, oh, I'm unlucky. It's like, no, you may be unlucky, but you're also doing things that are like prolonging or making worse your conditions. Or you don't like to come to the doctor, so I see you once every 2 or 3 years and you think I'm supposed to have a close eye on what's going on with you. Oh yeah, I saw my doctor 3 years ago. I can't believe I never brought that up, because 3 years ago you didn't have that problem. Come in between, I guarantee I would have found it. But anyway, now I'm gonna watch her and like not continue to go, but go through my patient encounters and do the recoding. I don't know if I get through half right now, but at least a fourth. I have like 540 patients, so I'm gonna go in fourths and we'll see how that goes. But I'll check in after. Yeah, I look crazy because I'm about to wash my hair. I was supposed to wash my hair last weekend, but I swear Sunday came and I was like, it's already Sunday, because I wash my hair normally every Sunday. And I was like, I can't do it. I'm going to wash it during the week. And of course, during the week, when you're driving an hour and a half, basically to and from work, do you really think you're going to come home and wash your hair one day? That also takes hours on its own. So, of course, I didn't. And today I was just playing it and I was like, I need to wash my hair anyway. So I'm just going to wash it now. I've gotten through a lot of the cases. Now, at first, I was just going to go case by case, no matter the specialty, just like keep going in order. But then I started going through specialties because I'm like, oh, I know in this specialty I could probably put more of these type of patients. So I went through pediatrics. I went through my current rotation. I went through pediatrics. I went through my current rotation, which is family medicine. I went through a little bit of surgery. I still didn't go through all the cases. And I went through, I think that's it. I feel like there was another one in between those two. I can't remember, but I know I've done like 3 so far, so that must be it. I don't know if I told you guys, but the last time I washed my hair, I tried some new products and I really liked them. They didn't make my scalp itch. They didn't make my hair stink. They actually smell really good. And they gave me some very nice like slip to my hair. It made it really soft. This is the guava slip line because of course she has different scents. She has different products, but I got the guava slip. And like I said, honestly, I think it does what the product is advertised to do. I do get more slip in my hair. It smells amazing. I love guava, anything. Yeah. So I'm going to wash my hair, I think. And I'm going to start studying as well. Oh, woe is me, woe is me. I just have so much to do, so little time. Y'all, something I'm quite sad about. So I was putting my backpack on Friday morning to go to work, and my left hand got stuck inside my strap. You know, that's where I wear my wedding ring. And so because it got stuck and I kind of yanked it out, I looked at my ring like I always do after something forceful, and one of the diamonds came out. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it here. You can kind of see that gap there. But yeah, one of my diamonds came out. So now after my break, after semester break when me and Salma go to Chicago, I'm actually going to Atlanta for a couple of days. So I'm going to take it back to the jeweler that I got it from and see if they can replace the diamond. But I'm so sad about that. I can't believe that. And then I can't find the diamond. So I'm like, what if I lost it a while ago? And it just so happened since my hand got stuck, I looked, but it actually hasn't been there for a while. But I'm a Virgo. Like as soon as that happened, I noticed the diamond was missing. So I'm like, if this had been going on, I would have been noticed that I had a diamond missing. So I'm pretty sure that is the catalyst, but I can't find the diamond on the ground. And of course it's like a band diamond, so it's really small. And then I checked the sleeve of my backpack. It's not in there either, so it's okay. I'm gonna see if I can get it replaced, but right now I'm just gonna wash my hair
best friend Britt break down a new case, but not in the way you've heard before, and not the cases you've heard before. You'll hear stories on Crime Junkie that haven't been told anywhere else. I'll tell you what you can do to help victims and their families get justice. Join us for new episodes of Crime Junkie every Monday, already waiting for you by searching for Crime Junkie wherever you listen to podcasts. Are you looking for more ways to get your true crime fix? I have an option for you that will cost you nothing but give you everything. You can watch all your favorite true crime shows for free on Pluto TV. Follow along as mysteries are...
And we use HelloFresh for years, it feels like, so... Yep. I think it's worth getting theirs.
Yeah. Hey, babes.
Hey, babes. But.
I'll make a good video, baby. It'll just, bring out your A game when it comes to editing. Cause the audio, the content be good, but like the audio, trash. I specifically give you the microphone and still you don't use it. The audio is trash. I listen to I watch your YouTube videos on my Mac. It doesn't even have like a dedicated speaker, right? Like an itty bitty speaker, like a teeny speaker. I can still hear the noise from that itty bitty Mac. That just shows you how trash the audio is.
Simon, just shut up.
So please, baby, I beg.
Ugh,
okay?
Screw you. I know I look crazy, but I've pretty much gotten through the brunt of washing my hair. Y'all look at my scalp. Tell me if it's clean. I tried to scrub as much as I could, so I hope it's clean. But yeah, I did my leave-in conditioner. I put a bag on my head. I do that to deep condition because I don't have like a blow dry cap and I don't have a sit under blow dryer. So I put plastic bags over my head to like seal in the moisture. So I did that. And then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to finger coil my hair using this Auntie Jackie's Flaxseed Recipe Curl Maintenance Anti-Poof Defining Curl Whip. Haven't used it in a long time. Can't even remember why I stopped using it, but I did used to love the Auntie Jackie product. It was a clear gel. I used to put it on my hair and it would make it super curly because it was kind of like Eco Style gel. If I put Eco Style gel on my hair, it makes it super curly too. But I used to love the Auntie Jackie product that did that. So I don't know why I didn't buy that instead of this. But like I said, I've had this for a long time. So I'm just going to try to use it to finger coil my hair. Right now, I'm just kind of letting it air dry a little bit. I just took the bag off. So I have a leave-in conditioner in my hair. It's nice and soft. It smells amazing. But yeah, plans to detangle it even more and put that curl defining gel in there. Right now, I'm just studying. Right now, I'm redoing a practice test that I did. I think that was last weekend I did this practice test. So I'm redoing it now that I've studied the things that I got wrong. Still getting some things wrong, but for the most part, I feel like I'm doing good. I'm kind of jumping around on the test. So sometimes I'll start from the bottom and then I'll go up. I don't like to skip questions though. So I try to, if I'm going to go to the bottom, just do all the questions up. If I go to the top, do all the questions down, but don't skip any. Even though some of these, like these long paragraph questions, the actual exam is nothing like this. The actual exam may just have like this last part, tell you all the pertinent findings, ask you, okay, like this question is saying, what medication reduces the morbidity from heart failure? It may be a simple one-word question, so it never gives you all this preface. So I hate reading these long questions to answer it. But yeah, so I'm just sitting here. I was listening to the podcast, but I feel like when you listen to 4 true crime mysteries in a row, plus they're all cold cases when you listen to the deck, it's just kind of annoying because I want them to be solved so bad. And some of these cases, they actually come face to face with the killer, but all the evidence is circumstantial, so they can't even charge them with anything. So that person is just roaming free, and so that just upsets me because the people who lost their lives, they need justice. But yeah, I just been listening to that. Then I started doing practice problems. Y'all, I've had this carry-on bag packed for like 3 weeks now. And it has all the clothes I'm taking to Chicago. And then I recently started packing my personal item. So I put this purse in here because this is the purse I want to carry like most of the day. This is my makeup bag. I'm going to throw some more stuff in there too. But I was like, I'm packed like 3 weeks in advance. I need to just hold out. But that shows you guys how ready I am to go on this vacation. And y'all, just excuse my house. I kept saying I didn't want to show y'all my closet. There's a lot of areas I shouldn't show nobody. Like where I'm finna wash my clothes at. I have 2 laundry baskets full of clothes. My shoes are not kempt. Like, give me, you know, we here. So just give me some time. Give me some space. I promise you I'm gonna clean my house. It's just at this very moment, I'm lazy. When you drive an hour and 20 minutes or so to and from work, and then you come home, and some days when I get home at like 7 p.m., let's say I made a stop down the road, I'm not doing anything when I get home. I'm literally taking a shower, going to bed, preparing for work the next day. So my house definitely depicts the fact that I just been living day by day. I have not been doing anything. But hopefully tomorrow, Sunday, you have a reset day. I can like get this house more in order. Especially before I go out of town, because who want to come back to a dirty house when they come back from out of town? Not me. And I'm going to Chicago and I'm going to Atlanta for the last little bit of the week. So I don't want to come home to a dirty house. So I got to clean it up. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep studying, doing some practice problems, and then hopefully when my hair dries a little bit more, I'm going to try to style it with that Auntie Jackie product. So I'll probably come back when I'm styling my hair. You guys have seen me study. You've seen the platform so many times. I don't think you have to see it again. So I'll check in soon. I kind of cleaned up the area where I was washing my hair earlier. I did use that Auntie Jackie's product, but as I was putting it in my hair, I realized the hold is not strong enough to do like finger coils with. That's probably why I stopped using it, because it's not like the product I remember from Auntie Jackie. So I'm probably gonna have to go to a beauty supply store and buy the Auntie Jackie's like clear gel that I used to use, or I have Eco Styler gel, but now that I put so much product in my hair today, I need to wait till it dries. And I like to just let my hair air dry. I don't like to use my blow dryer all the time. So maybe tomorrow I'll be able to style it. But for now, I just did some braids. They're not that neat because honestly, I can't part my hair, and with these nails on, I cannot braid. So I just put my hair back in some braids. I put a claw clip on the end just to make it look a little bit like more put together. But I just ordered a salad. I know Simon is going to be so mad because y'all, I just don't feel like leaving my house. So I ordered Uber Eats, and the places are super close. So it's kind of like I'm wasting money, but I just don't feel like leaving my house. And so when it happens to me, as long as I'm being productive in the house as far as studying goes and like cleaning up behind myself, I give myself a break, and I'm like, you don't have to leave the house if you don't want to. I mean, honestly, nobody's here to force me to leave my house. I just should leave the house when I'm like wasting money. But I ordered a salad. We ate at this place called Just Salad at my job, and the salad was so freaking good. I mean, so freaking good that I was craving it for like 2 days after we ate it. And so there's one literally probably like 10 minutes away from my house, so I ordered from there, and the salad is just as good. I have to show you guys when it comes, but it is such a delicious salad. So that's what I ordered for lunch today. I do have food to cook for dinner, but I don't know if I actually cook dinner. It depends on how full I get from this salad, because it is filling, and I got the slice of bread that comes with it, so we'll see. But this salad is so good. And I worked out like 2 days ago, and I went kind of hard, so like my thighs are hurting, my arms are hurting, all my muscle groups are kind of like relaxed because they're in so much pain. Maybe that's another reason too why I just don't want to leave my house. And now my hair too, because like I said, the braids are not that neat. Like I don't want to go out with my hair like this, because to me it looks crazy in real life. So I don't know if you guys have heard of HelloFresh, but me and my husband, probably like a year or two ago, we used to live by HelloFresh. I mean, we had HelloFresh boxes, almost too many to cook some months. Like we used to get HelloFresh so often. So we stopped. I moved here. I got Factor for a little bit. You guys seen that. But then I was like, I want to try HelloFresh again, because sometimes grocery shopping seems too tedious, especially when it comes time to cooking. So I'd rather have some like ready-made meals that you just have to warm up and eat. So I was like, Factor didn't have enough vegetarian options, so let me try HelloFresh. Looked on HelloFresh. They don't have that many either, but it was more of a more tantalizing selection than Factor. So I just got my first box again, and they have a discount code on here. I don't know if you guys want to get meals, or you're thinking about it, or you and your spouse like want new recipes or something, but I would recommend HelloFresh very highly. Every time we got a box, all the ingredients were fresh, all the ingredients were there was never anything missing. and they come like super insulated. So even if you leave the box for like 2 days before you can get to it, none of your food should go bad. Keep it in the fridge for seven days or whatever. Everything should still be fresh. So I'm excited to have HelloFresh again and not have the worry of grocery shopping, because as you guys see right now, there's no food in my house. When I'm hungry, I'm ordering out instead of just going grocery shopping. The box I'm getting next week, I'll be here to like, of course, put all the food up, but then the food will sit until I come back, which will be like 5 days from then. So probably a bad time to start, but I really just wanted to get a box just to get things underway and just see how the food tastes, to see if I want to keep doing this or not. I'm also watching The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I'm not really interested in the show. You know, I just need background noise while I'm studying, but it's so much drama in this show. And I love drama because I love reality TV and whatnot, but this show just got so much like cattiness and drama. Like, it's just too much for me to like pay attention to sometimes. So I'll look at it, see where the girls are in like their drama, and then I just keep studying. Also, randomly, I wanted a cocktail, and I have like cocktail mix, and I have some liquor in my freezer, so I just made a small cocktail. Literally, it tastes more like juice than it does anything else, but I just randomly wanted one. Kind of weird. Still waiting on my salad though from Uber Eats. I don't know what's taking this guy so long. Oh, hopefully he should be here soon. It says it should be arriving at 4:30. It's 4:23, so he should be here soon because I am ready for my salad.
All belong in heaven. We can all hold on to the promise that eternity awaits us. This is the gift of eternal life from the giver of all, our Father who is in heaven, our Father God. I guess the invitation today as we conclude Slow Burn is, can you and can I, just like the matriarchs and patriarchs of faith, wave and greet our inheritance from afar? Because the hard question of this Slow Burn journey is this: what if the thing you're waiting on never comes to pass in this life? The message of Slow Burn is a message that is rooted in the Word of God. And the Word of God is not a book on how to get what you want in the here and now. It's so much deeper than that. It's not a recipe or a formula for success. It's not a 5-step plan. It's not a pattern to copy on your left or your right. And so when we understand the power of the Word of God, we understand that we have the right, and God welcomes us to ask the hard questions of life. God does not gloss over your pain. He's not asking you to wish it away. What if the thing you're waiting on doesn't come to pass in this life? What if you never get the dream job? What if you never find the partner? What if you never get full healing? What if you never have a child? I want to speak strength to your soul today. Your life will not be wasted in the wait.
Good morning, everybody. So I'm headed to work this morning. I think it's currently like 7. What time is it? It's 7:12. I ideally want to get in my car and be cranked up by 7:20. So I'm going to go ahead and take my vitamins. I have a women's daily and I have a woman's probiotic. Let me get a bottle of water out. Also, I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand. Oh, let's make sure I got it right. I don't know if you guys have heard of this brand, but these drinks are actually good and they're all plant-based and they're full of protein, like 18 grams of protein. Dairy-free, non-GMO, 4 grams of sugar. It's a plant-based shake. So I've been like trying to drink more protein because I realized I was not getting a lot of protein in my diet. And something, you know, you need that to retain muscle mass, and I've been working out like crazy, so if I'm not retaining muscle mass, it could definitely be something in my diet. So I started trying to drink more protein. No, I said, oh, I have so many things I want to do yesterday, like get my nails done, go grocery shopping. Do you think I did any of that stuff? I did not. I was actually having a talk with my husband because I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it's like on the weekends I am glued to my couch either studying or watching TV, but I just can't make myself leave my house to get some fresh air, get some sunlight. The most sunlight I got this weekend was going downstairs to get my Uber Eats because I didn't even want to drive to go get food. It's pretty bad, but we have a break coming up, so I'm just trying to stay focused until then. But I'm really getting sick and tired of like sitting in the house every weekend. I need to get the energy back up. I don't know what happened. Alrighty guys, I will check in when I get home. Hopefully I have a good second to last day. I'll let you guys know how it goes when I get home. Have a great day. Good morning, beautiful people. It is Thursday morning. I know I haven't picked up my camera in 2 days. So I think the last time I picked up my camera, it was the day before my last day. And I was like, I'll tell you guys how it was when I come back. It was totally fine. It was a normal, I think it was Monday. Normal Monday. It was kind of busy, but nothing like extraordinary happened. And then I went for Tuesday, my very last day of work. And tell me why it was so busy in the afternoon. We were behind, and then luckily we caught up right before it was time for us to leave. And then my pre said to let me leave early. Mind you, we get off at 3. She was like, oh, you don't have to stay. It was like 2:45. But I was like, okay, I'm just going to take this win as a win. So I left early that day. Of course, I studied for my exam I had yesterday. You know, I felt very confident. I think I kept telling you guys, like, I didn't feel as bad because a lot of the conditions that were on this exam, I've already studied for previous tests. So I didn't feel bad about this exam. So it went well. I got a 95. This was my first 95 in all 6 of the exams I've taken. This is my first 95. So I'm very proud of myself. Now, today is my performative exam. I've been trying to prepare for it. But this one is so hard to prepare for because there's so many conditions they could have you do a mock like patient encounter on, and I really have no idea what it is. So I just been trying to practice, like going through all the systems, like what if it's this, because like there's some common things I saw every day that I'm like, I hope it's like hypothyroidism, I hope it's like BPH, maybe Lyme disease, maybe dizziness. Like those are some of the conditions I saw. Of course I saw some GI stuff like gastritis or GERD. So I'm just like, I'm really praying that it's something that I saw every day and it's not something that they're just pulling out of their buttholes like, okay, let's see if they can do this case. So that's what I've been trying to do this morning. I also got my hair braided yesterday night. I like the braids so far, and they're not that tight. I thought they would be tight because the next day normally after I get braids, they're super tight. Like I can't pull them back into a ponytail because it hurts my head. But these went back into a ponytail really smooth this morning. So whatever my braider did this time, it definitely helped. So yeah, now I'm just about to keep studying for the performative exam, praying that it goes well for me. Keep your fingers crossed. Of course, I'll let you guys know how it goes. But yeah, I am very stressed, and my exam is not until 1:50 p.m. I set an alarm to wake up at like 8, but of course I woke up way earlier than that because I'm worried about it, and so I couldn't sleep properly, and it's 7:35. So in all this preparation, if I don't get a condition that I know, I'm going to be so mad. But I will check in with you guys later. Today was the most nerve-wracking day of my life. So not only was I stressed out about the performative exam, but my friend who lives in the same apartment as me, she couldn't find her keys, and her performative exam was at, I think it was at 12:10. Mine wasn't until 1:50, but me being a good friend, I dropped her off on campus, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna stay here until it's time for mine. And so I studied, I talked to some of my friends. But y'all, I was on campus all day today, it feels like. And then when I left, I went to get my nails done. I got my toes the same color, it's like a baby pink color. Then I got my eyebrows threaded because I was tired of those caterpillars on my head. And now I just got home to this. You know, I was telling you guys how I was doing HelloFresh again. So since I'm doing HelloFresh again, I just got my package in the mail. So I'm gonna take everything out. And then one of my friends just invited me to happy hour. So I'm just gonna quickly like get ready for that once I finish putting everything in the fridge. But all in all, the exam went well today. And then you guys know I have to write the note after the patient encounter. That went well, even though I was panicking because the software needed an update and I didn't get any notification. So imagine the first time I like click on it, it's like, oh, needs an update. And I'm like, this better not, excuse me. And I'm like, this better not take an hour and a half or something to update this software, but it didn't take very long. But it's just once it updated, then it was moving slow because it's like a ton of people on there trying to do this at the same time. So that part was kind of nerve-wracking because it is timed and I don't want to be typing slow and my computer's moving slow. So but I got everything done in a timely manner. So I'm proud of myself, and now I can go on my vacation with the love of my life and feel like I did well leading up to it. So today was a good day overall, but it was very stressful, very stressful.
Everybody go to breakfast. You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, oh. I'm a me happy adult, oh. I no go feed the girl, I no go feed the girl, it's all